Look what I finally got my hands on, the Axial SCX24 Power Wagon. Also got the flatbed vehicle trailer too. Been waiting a long time to get my hands on this, and Axial has given us some great new features on this thing, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm super excited to get into it, so let's open these things up, see what this thing's capable of. We're going to go through the usual set of tests, hit the performance table, we'll hit the indoor course, and then we'll hook the trailer up and take this thing out and hit the trails. So let's get into it and check this thing out. Here is the Power Wagon in forest green. Like I said, it comes in the two colors, comes in the orange and the green. The forest green is very cool. It's like a matte green finish here, and it's even got the Forest Service logo on the side, which is pretty cool. The orange does not come with any decals on the side. Inside the box, we also get our complete overland accessory kit. Now, this is the same scale accessory kit that we get in the SCX24 Gladiator. That rooftop tent, traction boards, shovel, high lift jack, jerry cans. Looks like we also get some shock spacers in here too, which is going to be nice. When you start towing or loading this thing up, you can help eliminate torque twists with that and tweak your suspension. Over here we get the detailed owner's manual. We get the 4 AA batteries for the transmitter, which I love that Axial continues to do that. This thing is truly ready to run out of the box, everything that you need. We've got a bind plug, we've got some extra stickers in here. Also comes with the SLT2 2.4 gigahertz 2-channel receiver. This is new for the SCX24 lineup. It's a nice little transmitter, small, compact, feels good in the hand. Got your basic trim adjustments on here. Does have a throttle limiter if you want to do 50, 75, and 100% speed. Taking a look at the truck itself, the most striking feature is this licensed hard body, a 4-door Power Wagon. So there's a lot of Power Wagons out on the market in the mini crawlers. Now we've got a 4-door, which is very cool. It looks great. It's got this kind of long and low look to it. It's almost got like these chopped looking windows to it. The body itself has some great details on it. We've got big beefy bumpers front and rear. We've got mirrors that actually fold. I love that. When you roll it over, you don't have to worry about snapping these little mirrors off. They fold in and out. That's excellent. Windshield wipers on here. They don't move. They're just stationary, but they're very flexible. We have working headlights. We have clear tail lamps in the back, but they are not functional. Inside these tinted windows, if you can see, we've got a full interior with a driver and a co-driver. In the back, we have the Axial license plate here, but this also doubles as your trailer hitch. So there's a small pin in the back here, if I can get it. And you pop that license plate out, and then there's your receiver for your trailer. In addition to the Forest Service decals, we have the Power Wagon and the Dodge logo up front. Same thing in the back. We've got the raised Dodge logo. This is an officially licensed hard body. The tailgate does open, so it has these metal latches on here. You lift up and pull it down. It does open. There's not much of a drop in the bed, so it's kind of impractical, but it is a cool feature to have on here. The wheel and tire combo on here, so this is very cool that Axial has given us Proline licensed Super Swamper tires on here on these beadlock wheels, these plastic impulse beadlock wheels. The Super Swampers have a really nice feel and they look great on this build. They fit the character of it very well. The body is on a hinge with a Velcro setup up front, very similar to the SCX24 Gladiator. When you open it up, it looks pretty familiar in here, although we do have inner fender liners up front, which is very cool. This utilizes the same steel C-channel frame with the long wheelbase. I'll do some size comparisons in a minute, but I'm assuming that this is the same wheelbase as the SCX24 Gladiator. We do have the newer SLT 2-in-1 receiver and ESC combo up front. We have a Spectrum 350 milliamp battery. The drivetrain is pretty much unchanged, which is a bit of a bummer. I was hoping with the hard body and things like that we might see a bit of a motor upgrade, but we've still got this 88 turn 30 size motor, which is notoriously underpowered. So one of the first things I'm going to be looking to do is upgrade that power plant. That motor's mated to your standard SCX24 transmission. We've got slider style drive shafts front and rear with the worm gear and worm screw in the axles. Metal worm gears and screws in there, and also utilizes full ball bearings just like we're used to. Up front is the familiar steering servo from the SCX24. Again, one of the first things that I'm going to be overhauling and recommend overhauling because that steering servo gets pretty weak pretty quick. So while Axial did leave many things unchanged, we did get some very cool features aside from the tires, the hard body. We have oil-filled shocks. This is very cool. One of the things that the SCX24 is notorious for is that bounce with those friction damp shocks. We do not get any of that in this truck. So very pleased to see oil-filled shocks on here. The shocks look to be about the same amount of travel as the predecessor's friction damped units, but they feel much, much better. You can see we've got different spring rates in the front and the rear. Overall, a very cool looking truck. It looks really good in person, much better than I was expecting. Let's do some quick size comparisons and then we'll get on the setup table to see how it performs. Here it is with my lightly modified SCX24 Jeep Gladiator. And you can see that the wheelbase is identical on this thing, so I would say that they've done exactly that. They've used the long wheelbase from the Gladiator for the Power Wagon. Overall dimensions are very, very similar. We look at it against the FMS FCX24 Power Wagon. So the FMS version is a single cab, so obviously you're going to get a much shorter wheelbase on this, significantly shorter, I'd say by about an inch as far as the wheelbase goes. The FCX24, although shorter in wheelbase, is taller and also wider. Alright, now let's hit the setup table and see how this thing does. Okay, first up, let's do the RTI Ramp Travel Index. Given the short shocks on this thing, I don't think we'll see a lot of articulation out of it. That's what we get right there. I'd call it 10 on the RTI. Now let's do some side hill. Now I'm doing my initial test with no accessories on the back. When we get into actually running it out on the trails, we'll put that on. But for now, we're going to see what it can do without it. $35, $40. Oh, right at 40. That feels awfully low from a side hill. Let's try the vertical. $40, $45, $50, $55. I'd call it 57 on the vertical. Here we are in the four-corner scale. Check out this weight distribution. 48 front, 52 rear. This thing's definitely going to benefit from some brass up front and down low to offset that weight distribution, especially if you're going to add the accessories in the rear. With our test done, now let's run this thing. Here is the brand new Power Wagon on the course. Looking forward to this. Don't have huge expectation for this given the weight distribution and just the nature of this truck, but it looks glorious and can't wait to drive it. That forest green body looks at home on the course with this kind of rustic backwoods type feel on this side of the course. Already appreciate the lack of bounce from the shocks. The chassis just feels very composed. Good grip from the Proline tires. Surprisingly stable over that section over there. No saving that one. Glad for the folding mirrors there. See if I can get repositioned here. I'm really having a hard time over there in that corner. That long wheelbase has me stuck. There we go. Just get lined up to go up the canyon. My Austin Powers maneuver here. There we are. Struggling here. There we go. To get a good line up there. Vertical climbing should be pretty solid, and I felt pretty good there just because of the long wheelbase. Took some effort there. We're up and over though. Feels just like an SCX24. You know, it's got that same power characteristics. Fairly smooth, still a little bit of jump there. decent on the decline. We're going to head into Mini Moab here. We'll see how far we can get on our typical challenge lines. I'm hoping the combination of good tires and long wheelbase will get us somewhere on Mini Moab, but we'll see. That was decent. We got up over the gatekeeper there. Definitely feeling the top heaviness of the truck. I'm also getting stuck on the body there. The tailgate and the bed overhang there is a bit of a problem there for these steep lines. Here we go. It's going to make the escalator. Good job, Power Wagon. We saw on the setup table that the side hill was pretty rough objectively, but let's see how it is in real world practice here. If I can come across the chute. Oh, it's pretty bad. Oh. So the rule is 3 times on an obstacle. I couldn't come across the chute to really test the side hill. So I think that is a weakness for sure with this truck. Let's see how the vertical is on the chute here. Going up. Definitely solid on the vertical climb. Let's try Hell's Gate. It may surprise us on this line due to the long wheelbase and the good tires. Or it might not. We'll see. Last try on Hell's Gate. Okay, we gave it a fair shot on Hell's Gate. This thing's behaving like it has narcolepsy. So a hardcore crawler it is not, but wasn't really expecting that. You got to think with the hard body and the weight distribution, it's going to have some troubles. This is really going to be at home out on the trails, but it just looks so good. And it is fun to drive. It does do pretty well for a box stock SCX24. None of them perform like superstars right out of the gate. So like all of them, it is going to have its strengths and weaknesses. But I do really enjoy the oil shocks. The hard body looks glorious. The tires and wheels. I do dig it for sure. So I'm going to do this last line, and then we're going to hand it over to Axel. We're going to hook the trailer up to it and go have some fun out on the trails.
They also put the trailer.
All right, let's get this thing dressed up with the accessories, and we'll hook the trailer up to it and go have some fun. So we've had a lot of fun with the SCX24 Power Wagon. I really appreciate what Axial has done for us here. They've given us great features like that licensed Power Wagon hardbody, Proline Super Swamper tires, and oil-filled shocks, and they've done so while keeping the overall price of this truck in line with previous models. And while those new features do go a long ways to improve the driving experience, we're still left with some of the pain points from the previous models of the SCX24, including the weak steering servo and the underpowered motor. But I do understand what Axial is going for here, and that replacing those electronics would probably push the price outside of the competitive range where they want it to be. So it's a give and take. And no SCX24 is a stellar performer out of the gate, so you kind of accept that you're going to have to do some upgrades, and this one's no different. The integration of the trailer is excellent. It's great. You just pull the license plate out, pop in your hitch, and you're good to go. The Power Wagon tows surprisingly well, even with that 30 size motor. But again, this is where it could really benefit from a boost in power, a 50 size brush motor, or a brushless upgrade. Nonetheless, it is a lot of fun to tow rigs around, drive up onto that trailer, haul them off. We had a blast doing that, taking rigs from here to there on the trailer. Just a lot of fun. So overall, I think these are two good releases from Axial, both the Power Wagon and the trailer. Both a lot of fun. Now the Power Wagon comes in the two colors, like I said, the orange and the forest green. It retails for $160. The trailer goes for $45 and is compatible with most other SCX24 models. I'll put the link in the description down below if you want to pick one of these up. And let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of the Power Wagon and the trailer? As always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.